The Garner Tire Stockpile is a legacy tire dump located in rural Prince George's County, south of Upper Marlboro and near the Patuxent River. About 1.2 million tires were dumped there between 1950 and 1975. In 1992, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency officially made sites like these illegal and charged states with cleaning up piles and enforcing waste tire regulations. The state of Maryland then established the Scrap Tire Fund, which collects 80 cents per new tire sold in Maryland. This fund, which is administered by the Maryland Department of the Environment, or MDE, is used to clean up legacy tire dumps like Garner and to help develop markets for recycled tires. Since the Scrap Tire program's inception in Maryland, the Maryland Environmental Service, or MES, has cleaned up 27 tire stockpile sites, totaling about 3.5 million tires. The Garner site had been the largest known tire stockpile in Maryland. The Garner property is a 114-acre old tobacco farm, which is still used for agricultural crops and as a tree nursery. The tire stockpiles are situated in 5 wooded ravines over about 15 acres. Most of the tires were dumped down the ravines into environmentally sensitive wetlands and stream corridors. In 2005, the MDE gained legal access to the Garner property and assigned the cleanup project to MES, MDE's partner agency in Maryland's Scrap Tire program. MES, with AE partners Arcadis US, Andrews Miller and Associates, a division of Davis Brown and Friedel, and GE Fielder and Associates, assessed the scope of the project, developed detailed plans for remediation, and obtained the required permits for the work.
This is the bottom of Ravine 2, which is the largest ravine of the site. It runs all the way down to Tom Wall's Branch, which we're in the floodplain right down here. This was the most amount of tires on the site. There were about 500,000 tires in Ravine 2, and they've all just been completed, the removal, and we're looking at the restored slope here. It's got the coconut matting, the biologs, we're putting in permanent seed here, and we're restoring this wetland and floodplain area back to its original pre-dump conditions.
The primary elements of the site design are stockpile access with temporary haul roads and loading areas, stormwater management, erosion and sediment control, and wetland and forestry resource protection and remediation. Permits obtained through Prince George's County and Maryland Department of the Environment include a grading permit, erosion and sediment control permit, wetlands permit, and tree conservation plan. The tires were to be removed with excavation equipment, loaded into tractor trailers, and hauled to licensed tire disposal facilities. 4 facilities were used for disposal of Garner tires. They are Harford County's Waste-to-Energy Facility, Emmanuel Tire of Pennsylvania, Atlantic Waste Disposal of Waverly, Virginia, and West Virginia Tire Disposal in Somersville, West Virginia. Buried tires were discovered in 2 of the ravines. This discovery prolonged the project by increasing the quantity of tires to be removed and the level of difficulty and time to remove the tires. Project funding required the use of several contractors to perform sections of the project. The first section, Ravine 5, was performed by 3 contractors from 2009 to 2011. Approximately 290,000 tires were removed from Ravine 5. MDE and MES sought and obtained a federal water quality loan to complete the remaining 4 ravines in 2011 to 2012. AB Construction Incorporated of La Plata, Maryland was hired to complete the project. In June 2011, AB set about installing remaining access roads, constructing erosion and sediment controls, and beginning the large task of removing and hauling about 1 million tires. AB implemented an efficient dual excavator operation to quickly move tires out of the ravines and into staging areas for truck loading.
I'm George Stonestreet with AB Construction Superintendent. It was difficult working in these ravines, the site that it was at, but with the good work crew that I have and our aggressive work schedule, we made good progress on it. The dry weather for the winter, it really helped us a lot.
Amazingly, by spring 2012, all tires were removed from the ravines and hauled to disposal facilities. The project was completed by AB over 1 year ahead of schedule. As each section of ravine was completed, the contractor immediately stabilized the disturbed ravine slopes and stream corridors. Heavy-duty coconut mesh matting and coconut fiber biologs were used to stabilize the slopes and stream channels. Slopes were hydroseeded with a partial shade-tolerant grass mix designed by Arcadis. Wetland areas were seeded with a special wetland species seed mix. An array of 5 native tree species were planted on the stabilized slopes in seedling and 1-inch caliper sizes. Overall, 1.5 acres of wetlands have been restored, 1.6 miles of stream corridor restored, and 8,800 new native species trees have been planted. The total number of tires removed from the site is 1.2 million. The cost of the cleanup is $5.9 million, or about $500 per ton.
This is Ravine 5, the first ravine we completed in 2009 and 10. And it's had about 2 years for all the vegetation to come in and be fully established. We have a nice non-tidal wetland corridor here, and the trees are coming in, a lot of hollies here closer to the wetland. And this area is fully established and growing further towards pre-dump conditions.
The threat of a disastrous tire fire and mosquito-borne disease has been mitigated and the site restored to pre-dump conditions.